Xoan singing was formed to worship Hung King, the ancestral king of Viet people. He set villagers' mind at rest, advised villagers to concentrate on farming and silkworm breeding and not to be worried about war occurrence. He also did political affairs, taught the civilians not to be dishonest, and also created good customs for descendants. It is said that one day 3 brothers of Hung King travelled in Van Lang country. When they took a rest in the forest, which now belongs to Kim Duk commune, the king taught village people dancing and singing. Later, to commemorate his merit, village people built a temple called Lai Len Temple to worship him. Since the temple was built, people have performed that dancing and singing in front of the king's altar every spring. That dancing and singing is villagers' gratitude and prayers for inviting the king to come here to join in Xoan Guild's performances and for wishing him to grant blessings to the villagers. On the first day of the Lunar New Year, we sang the welcome song for the king.
Bước vào đầu con đội ấy gối con quỳ chân con đập đất cất tiếng con chào vua là đại vương.
As early as the beginning of the 17th century, villages in Phú Thọ started building village communal houses, which were the cultural community centres and worshipping places for the village guardian spirit. Every spring and fall time, the ceremonies are held at village communal houses to pray and worship to the gods. These are the time for Xoan guilds to be invited for performance by the village communal houses located along the river sides of the Lo, Tao and Hong River of Van Lang. Presently, these are Duan Hung, Phu Ninh, Lum Tao, Tam Long District, Viet Chi City, Phú Thọ Province, and Lup Tak and Vĩnh Tuong District, Vĩnh Phúc Province. With more than 400 years of travelling performances, Xoan guilds have tightened community relationships, the Xoan singing art with traditional folk arts at the village communal houses. Thanks to that, people have acquired many folk dances and songs and have gradually turned them into Xoan so that they become suitable with the demand of God worship and love exchange singing between young people in host villages and Xoan guilds. The Chong Quan singing in Duk Bak to take Xoan singers to the village communal houses on the New Year is a proof for this argument. One night of Xoan performance is divided into 3 phases. The first one is ritual songs. Mười vua singing, Phụ giá singing, Giáo Chong singing, Giáo Pháo singing, Thơ Nhang singing, and Dong Dam singing, festival finishing singing. Phụ giá is the praying song before people bring the king's palanquin to villages for enjoying performances. When the king is at the sanctuary, female singers dance for welcoming the king and sing the songs Ngeng Tan, God welcoming, and Dong Dam. Dong Dam singing is the melody finishing ritual singing to start 12 Kwa Kak, or melodies. 12 Kwa Kak is the phase for senior people in former times to enjoy Kur Ding art, the art of singing at village communal houses. When performing 12 Kwa Kak, one male instrumentalist, known as Kep, holds a Han Nom book, leans against the house column, and sings, known as the singing of Dua Kak, and female singers sing and dance in front of the altar, known as the singing of Donkak. The lyrics of the Khoakak are the legends about kings, the glorification of the floor classes of people in the feudal society, scholars, farmers, craftsmen and merchants, and the extolment of the free and comfortable life of the people practicing four agricultural jobs: fishermen, woodcutters, farmers and herdsmen. After 12 Khoakak is the phase of singing, Đi Choi Phật Gai, the song, The Path Near the Stream in the Mountain. The Path Near the Stream in the Mountain. Đi Choi Phật Gai is the love exchange phase, including many songs and dances performed by groups. Local men and women will perform together with the singers and the instrumentalists of xoan guilds in this phase. The first song is Đi Choi Phật Gai, and the last one is Mor Ca. Mor Ca is the melody with many cultural implicit meanings. The content that can be recognized the most easily is the wish of multiplication, expressed through lyrics and lingaism dance movements of the village male and xoan singers. Xoan music is mainly composed of the 3-note scales and the 4-note scale. Xoan melody is simple and does not have many ornamental notes, which can be compared with the drawings of the ancient potteries. In performance, the singing of Duakak and the singing of Donkak is at the 4th interval. Singing is similar with speaking, and there are no rules of vocal music art. People do not use definite instruments in xoan singing. They only use a small double-headed drum covered with leather and some bamboo clappers. In performance, people play the drum and clappers in accordance with the rhythm of the melodies. Possibly because of all the above factors, present musical researchers rank xoan singing among the most ancient cultural music of Viet people. When society recognizes its value and community, they will want to restore it. Xoan singing is nearly in danger of suffering loss and impoverishment. Most folk artists are too old to perform and transmit xoan singing. I am now too old and weak to travel. Xoan singing has existed since very early times. You should try to collect xoan songs so that next generations can learn them. From 1990 on, departments at all levels of Phú Thọ province have carried out many approaches to restore xoan singing arts. This work has received the support of the whole community. Since the club was established, I have performed as an instrumentalist. I taught 3 generations. My xoan guild has 32 people at present. I try to encourage young people to go to my house or cultural community center to be taught xoan singing.
Các cháu đến nhà tôi hoặc là đến một cái nơi văn hóa, sinh hoạt ở nơi văn hóa đó để các cháu dạy các cháu hát.
We should have a fund and policy to develop folk artist groups and create favorable conditions to introduce xoan singing to schools and to perform xoan regularly on a large scale in the province, in other provinces, and in the whole country. Getting high consent from the whole community, xoan singing will be restored and gradually gain the affection of modern people.